Have you ever wondered how a Kenyan teacher can migrate to the UK? If so, you're in the right place. A new journey awaits Kenyan teachers who are open to embracing different cultures, broadening their professional horizons, and experiencing personal growth. The UK, known for its diverse cultural milieu and a robust education system, presents an exciting opportunity. Whether you're driven by a desire for better career opportunities, a thirst for cultural exchange, or personal reasons, the UK could be your next big adventure. But how does one navigate this process? It's not as daunting as it may seem. In fact, it's a journey we're about to embark on together. From understanding the basic requirements to adjusting to life in the UK, we've got it all covered. So buckle up and get ready for an informative ride. Today we will explore the step-by-step process of how a Kenyan teacher can migrate to the UK. Before we delve into the process, it's important to understand the basic requirements. To start off, the journey to the UK begins long before you board the plane. There are several boxes that you need to tick to ensure that your relocation process is smooth and successful. First and foremost, you need a valid passport. This is your primary form of identification and will be required in all stages of your migration process. Keep in mind that your passport needs to be valid not just when you apply, but also when you travel and for the duration of your stay in the UK. So, make sure it has plenty of time left before it expires. Next, proficiency in English is a must. You'll be teaching in English after all. It's important to note that you'll need to prove your English skills. This is usually done by taking an approved English language test. Don't worry, there are several resources available to help you prepare for this. Another key requirement is a clean criminal record. The UK takes the safety of its residents very seriously, especially when it comes to those in education. Therefore, you'll need to provide proof that you have no criminal record. This is typically done through a police clearance certificate from your home country. Lastly, you need a job offer from a UK school. This is a crucial step because your employer will sponsor your visa application. There are numerous job boards and recruitment agencies that specialize in overseas placements for teachers, so finding a suitable position might be easier than you think. Bear in mind that these are just the basic requirements. There could be additional prerequisites depending on your individual circumstances. But don't be deterred. Remember, every journey begins with a single step, and understanding these basic requirements is yours. Once you meet these basic requirements, you can proceed to the next step, which is applying for a visa. Applying for a visa is a crucial step in the migration process. You've got to get this right, so let's dive in. First things first, understanding the type of visa you need is essential. For Kenyan teachers seeking to migrate to the UK, the most common type of visa is the Tier 2 General Visa. This visa is for skilled workers who have been offered a job in the UK. Now, you're probably wondering, how do I get one of these visas? Well, the process involves several steps, so let's break it down. First, you need a certificate of sponsorship from a licensed sponsor. This is usually your prospective employer in the UK. The certificate is not a physical document, but rather a reference number that ties to information about your job and personal details. Next, you'll need to show that you're getting paid an appropriate salary for your job. The exact amount can vary, but it's generally at least £20,000 a year. You'll also need to prove that you have enough personal savings, unless your certificate of sponsorship shows that your sponsor can support you. Then you'll need to prove your knowledge of English. This can be done by passing an approved English language test, or by having an academic qualification that was taught in English, and is recognized by UK NARIC as being equivalent to a UK bachelor's degree, master's degree, or PhD. Finally, you'll have to provide a criminal record certificate from any country you've lived in for 12 months or more during the last 10 years. Once you've gathered all these documents, you're ready to apply. The application is done online, and you'll also need to have your fingerprints and photograph taken at a visa application center to get a biometric residence permit. Remember, the key to a successful visa application is preparation and attention to detail. Make sure all your documents are in order and you're well on your way to starting your new life in the UK. After your visa is approved, you can now plan your move to the UK. Preparing for the move is not just about packing your bags. It's about gearing up for a new chapter of life in a country with its own unique culture, education system, and lifestyle. Think of it as an adventure that begins with research. It's crucial to get familiar with the UK's culture. Try to learn about the local customs, traditions, and social etiquette. This will help you blend in and interact more effectively with the locals. Next, it's time to dive into the British education system. As a teacher, you'll be stepping into a system that might have a different teaching style, curriculum, and student expectations. Familiarize yourself with the UK's education policies, teaching methodologies, and classroom dynamics. There are numerous resources available online to help you with this. Now let's talk about accommodation. Having a place to live sorted out before you arrive can alleviate a lot of stress. If your employer doesn't provide housing, you might want to consider renting. There are various online platforms where you can find rental properties that cater to different budgets and preferences. Moving on, let's discuss lifestyle changes. The UK, like any other country, has a unique lifestyle. The weather, for instance, can be quite different from what you're used to in Kenya. It's typically colder, so you might want to invest in some warm clothing. Moreover, you'll find that the cost of living can be higher depending on where in the UK you'll be residing. Plan your budget carefully, taking into account expenses such as housing, utilities, groceries, transportation, and leisure activities. Lastly, don't forget about your emotional well-being. Moving to a new country can be challenging, but it's also an exciting opportunity for growth and exploration. Stay positive, keep an open mind, and be ready to embrace new experiences. With proper preparation, you can make your transition to the UK smoother and less stressful. Embrace the change, and remember, every great adventure begins with a single step. Migrating to a new country involves adjusting to a new way of life. And the United Kingdom, with its rich history and diverse culture, is no exception. As a Kenyan teacher making the move, there are 3 key areas to focus on to make this transition smoother: understanding the educational system, coping with cultural differences, and building a support network. Firstly, the UK educational system may be different from what you are accustomed to in Kenya. It's split into 4 main parts: primary education, secondary education, further education, and higher education. Children in the UK have to legally attend primary and secondary education, which runs from about 5 years old until the student is 16 years old. As a teacher, it's crucial to familiarize yourself with the curriculum, teaching methods, and assessment procedures. Attend workshops, seminars, and other educational forums to equip yourself with the necessary tools for success in your new environment. Secondly, cultural differences can be a bit of a shock when you first arrive. From the food to the weather to the way people interact with each other, it's a whole new world. But don't be overwhelmed. The UK is a melting pot of cultures and traditions. Embrace the diversity, learn from it, and don't shy away from sharing your own culture as well. This exchange enriches the experience for you and those around you. Lastly, building a support network is vital. This can include fellow Kenyan teachers, other expats, or friendly locals. They can provide advice, share experiences, and offer a sense of community. There are numerous social platforms and community groups that can help you connect with others. Adjusting to life in the UK might seem daunting at first. You might miss home, feel out of place, or struggle with the language. But remember, it's okay to feel this way. It's part of the journey of moving to a new country. Keep an open mind, be patient, and give yourself time to adapt. With time and effort, you can successfully adjust to your new life in the UK. Migrating to the UK as a Kenyan teacher may seem daunting, but with the right information and preparation, it is possible. We've walked through the journey together, from understanding the basic requirements, applying for a visa, preparing for the move, and adjusting to life in the UK. Remember, the first step is to ensure you meet the qualifications and requirements. Once that's confirmed, the visa application process is your next hurdle. But don't let it deter you. Preparation is key for a successful transition. Pack wisely, research your new home, and mentally prepare for the changes ahead. Lastly, settling into the UK will take time. Be patient with yourself and take each day as it comes. Embrace the new experiences and challenges that come your way. This journey is not just about career growth but personal growth too. So, if you're ready to embark on this adventure, take that first step today. If you found this video helpful, please hit the subscribe button. We'll continue to provide you with more informative content. Thank you for watching.